I want to press you against the wall until every part of your body realizes it's finally safe to fall apart. I want to pin you in the moment just before you speak, when your breath carries more truth than your words ever could. I want you trembling, not from fear, but from finally being wanted exactly the way you've always hoped someone would. I want to trace your spine like a sacred script and memorize the story of your softness. I want to hold you so close that even the air between us forgets how to exist. I want to lean you into the wall and whisper promises your body already believes. I want you to forget everything but my hands, my breath, and the ache of being completely adored. I want to leave fingerprints on your memory, not your skin, marks of devotion that never fade. I want to strip away your silence and replace it with sounds you didn't know your soul could make. I want your body to arch into mine like we're writing a language only Heath can understand. I want to make your mind beg before your lips do. I want to hold you there, between want and worship, until you forget where you end and I begin. I want to corner you with kindness and make your heartbeat plead for more. I want to grip your waist, not to hold you down, but to remind you of everything that holds you up. I want to bring you to the edge, not of pain, but of purity, vulnerability, and release. I want to press you into the wall until all that's left is raw, truth, and breathless surrender. I want to be the pause in your chaos, the stillness before every storm you secretly crave. I want to leave you wrecked, not broken, but rebuilt with fire and reverence. I want to press your wrists gently above your head and ask, can you feel what I'm not saying? I want to make the wall behind you remember the shape of your longing. I want to bring you so close that even your shadow moans from the pressure. I want to kiss the place where your defenses break and your need begins. I want you undone by lips, by breath, by the sound of your name whispered like a hymn. I want you pinned by pleasure, not pain, held by something deeper than flesh. I want to press your resistance against the wall and kiss it until it melts into want. I want you to crave the loss of control that only I can make feel divine. I want you gasping because no one has ever loved you this slowly, this fully. I want you to look into my eyes and see the storm you've always denied wanting. I want you to plead. I want you to plead. I want to make your legs forget how to stand and your pride forget how to hide. I want to clean the silence between your ribs and fill it with echoes of my devotion. I want you leaning into me like you've never known anything softer than this heat. I want to erase the lines between desire and worship. I want to hold your hips like they're the center of my universe. I want to kiss every inch of fear off your skin and replace it with a map of yearning. I want your breath caught on my name, your voice shaking from what you're finally allowed to feel. I want to press you against the wall until your doubts drip down like melted candle wax. I want to worship your body like a language I've waited my whole life to speak. I want to peace your mind until it pleads, louder than your lips ever could. I want to pin your calm and awaken every wild part you've buried. I want to hold your throat gently, not to silence, but to feel the vibration of your need. I want to tangle your fingers in mine as your control slips away like silk. I want to chase your gasps like they're gospel. I want to make your spine the altar where every kiss becomes a prayer. I want to rest my forehead against yours as you fall apart in the safest way. I want you pressed so tight against me the wall behind you becomes jealous. I want to draw circles on your skin until you beg with breath, not words. I want to make the air heavy with tension until we both collapse into it. I want your voice to break on my name and your pride to surrender to my touch. I want to kiss you in a way that makes you forget you were ever unloved. I want to hold you still, not to trap you, but to give you something solid to fall into. I want to make you spice. I want you pinned by desire, not pressure, by the weight of being completely seen. I want to undress your silence before I ever touch your skin. I want you clinging, not from weakness, but because the fire we're in is too good to leave. I want to tease your control until it frays into beautiful chaos. I want to press my lips to your temple and feel you unravel from the inside. I want to explore every breath you try to hide from me. I want to pin you between passion and poetry and watch you beg to live in both. I want to press you between the wall and every promise I've kept silent until this very moment. I want your voice cracking into whispers, begging not for escape, but for the kind of touch that heals. I want to cradle your resistance and kiss the war right out of your bones. I want to trace the outline of your fears and replace everyone with a trembling. Yes, I want to pin your hesitation and ask your soul, do you still think love can't feel like fire and home at once? I want to press you to the wall and make your doubts slide down like melting candles. I want to pin every part of you that's ever felt undesired and kiss it like a vow. I want to push you back, not in anger, but into the truth you've always been too afraid to believe. You're craved. I want to hold your wrists just long enough for you to realize how badly you want to be touched. I want to whisper all the ways you're holy as your body forgets how to lie about pleasure. I want to trap you in my arms until you admit you've been starving for this. I want to lean you against the wall, not to restrain, but to worship the fire in your stillness. I want you shaking from knowing you were finally understood, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I want to make your knees beat with words that only your soul knows how to answer. I want to pin the loneliness from your past and bury it in the heat of now. I want to hold you in place until you surrender, not to me, but to how worthy you were always been. I want to turn the walls into altars and make your sighs into sacred offerings. I want to pin your heart to mine and see which of us begs for more first. I want to press every inch of your fear into softness until there's nothing left but want. I want to take you to the edge of every memory you tried to suppress and turn them into worship. I want to hear you plead, not in desperation, but in the sweet agony of total surrender. I want to make your heart beat fast, not from fear, but from finally being claimed. I want to hold your arms above your head and ask, how long have you waited for this moment? I want to watch your confidence melt into need, like frost breaking under sunlight. I want to corner your pride and kiss it until it becomes softness. I want to make wall behind you jealous because it gets to feel the way your body arches. I want to drown out the word with the way you gasp when I touch where no one else dared. I want to pin your control against the wall and make you love the unraveling. I want you pressed to the wall, not trapped but free, because nothing has ever felt so right. I want to pull your hands above your head and remind you, your power comes from surrender. I want to taste the breath between your words, the silence that only comes from aching. I want to hold you still while your mind screams and your body begs. I want to make gravity jealous of the way you collapse into my arms. I want to make time stand still while we explore every forbidden thought we be ever buried. I want to pin your sighs to the air like notes of a sacred song only we understand. I want to make the wall behind you memorize your outline because I plan to revisit this moment forever. I want to lead into your tension until you forget where your strength ends and my love begins. I want to take your breath, not violently, but like it's the most fragile gift. I want to silence your shame with every soft kiss against the skin you once tried to hide. I want to hold your gaze as your knees weaken, not from lust, but from the honesty between us. I want to turn the wall behind you into a shrine of every truth you've never spoken. I want to kiss you in a way that makes begging feel like poetry. I want your head tilted back, eyes shut and mouth open, not in pain, but in freedom. I want your soul trembling, not out of fear, but because it's never been seen like this. I want to anchor you with my touch and watch your fire ignite everything between us. I want to pin your silence and turn it into a song of surrender. I want to hold you until your body forgets where it ends and my adoration begins. I want to make your back remember what it feels like to lean into trust. I want to bend you not into pain, but into possibility. I want to make your lips tremble with every unspoken yes. I want to make your heart beat with mine and kiss the space where your fear used to live. I want you breathless, aching, honest, and safe. I want to cradle your chin until it turns into tremors of relief. I want to make your body forget resistance and remember worship. I want to pin you softly, so you know that even power can come wrapped in tenderness. I want to press you against the wall and ask, Do you if passion had a voice, it would whisper these words in your ear. If desire had hands, it would leave you trembling. These aren't just quotes, they're your private thoughts finally spoken out loud. If you're ready for the kind of love that haunts, holds, and burns, listen carefully. I want to press you against the wall, not to dominate, but to remind you how deeply. I want your back against the wall, your eyes on me, and the world forgotten, while we breathe in each other's bond. I want to make time stop, right there, with you pinned in my arms, surrendering to the rhythm we create. The way I crave you isn't wild. It's reverent, holy. I want you begging, not out of pain, but pure, overwhelming bliss. I don't want to hurt you. I want to ruin your silence, your calm, your composure, with kisses you never saw coming. Let me corner your doubts and kiss your fears, until they dissolve on my tongue like the secrets you whisper. I want to lift your chin, pin your soul, and make you whisper truths your pride never allowed before. I don't want you screaming. I want you whispering my name like a soft prayer in the dark. I want to hold your wrists, not to control, but to steady you, while your heart forgets how to beat alone. I want to pin you with my love, not pressure. I want to press against your loneliness and crush it with warmth. I want you pressed between my body and a word of every moment you tried to suppress this fire. I want you shaking, because the way I love you doesn't ask for permission. It pulls your truth into the light. I want to unbutton your confidence and kiss the softest parts you hide behind sarcasm and strength. I want to make you plead, but only for more of the feeling you thought you'd ever be worthy of. I want your breath stolen, not from pain, but from awe, from being seen, wanted, and worshipped. Let me pin you, not your body, but your soul, to the wall between fantasy and memory. I want you gasping, not from fear, but from the holy chaos of finally being wanted without apology. I want you flushed with heat, not shame. I want you backed into a corner, not to trap you, but to remind you how much you love losing control with me. I want to disarm your strength and watch you fall into me, into us, into the safety of this desire. I want you to forget the past and remember only the warmth of my hands when they find your truth. I want you cornered. By love, by trust, by everything soft and terrifying about being adored too deeply. I want to hold you still while your body learns what it means to be touched like a wish. I want to make your knees weak, not from pressure, but from poetry written along your skin. I want to lock eyes, not doors, to pin your fears down and whisper, You're safe now. I want to turn you breathless, not broken, to overwhelm you with presence, not pain. I want to make your body forget the difference between danger and devotion. I want to trace the edge of your restraint until you surrender with trembling lips and soft sighs. I want to push you gently until your soul spills its most hidden longing into my hands. I want to pin your shame to the wall and replace it with the holiness of touch. I want to hold you like a storm and kiss you like a promise. I want to be the reason your voice shakes, your eyes close, your heart bleeds. I want to press your spine to the wall, your heart to mine, and time to the edge of forever. I want to pin your pain down until it turns into trust. I want to kiss your hesitation away and replace it with fire. I want to wrap you in a silence so thick that the only thing left is the sound of your need. I want to trace your collarbone like scripture and make you pray without words. I want to lean in close until your mind forgets how to lie. I want you to beg, not out of tension, but because no one has ever made you feel this alive. I want to hold your wrists against my chest, not to trap, but to remind you. You're cherished. I want to melt your walls with whispers and press every wound into healing. I want to pin you gently and pull every soft confession out of you with nothing but eye contact. I want to kiss you until you forget how to build walls. I want to ping your silence and unravel the words you never let yourself say. I want to breathe against your skin until even your doubts dissolve. I want to slide down your defenses like a prayer begging for mercy. I want your body to echo with the sound of trust. I want to corner your loneliness and kiss it until it screams with relief. I want to make you feel wanted in a way that makes time jealous. I want to burn every rule between us until all that's left is you, trembling in honesty. I want to rewrite your definition of intimacy with touch, breath, and sacred attention.